Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin. Today we're going to be doing another Scotch and our second of the Dalmore line. This is the Dalmore 15. This was a birthday present from friends from the neighborhood, Silvers and Weavers, thank you. And what this bottle's known for is that right there. That's the guy.
The stag, the 12-point stag.
12-point stag. Way back in, I don't know, 1260 something, I forget. Clan Mackenzie. Which, yeah, there's got to be a movie with a Clan Mackenzie involved in it someplace.
Outlander.
But is it? Is it specifically Outlander?
TV
okay.
show.
They saved King Alexander III from a charging stag, and he allowed them to have that as their crest. Then, 600 years later, they somehow ended up becoming owners of Dalmore Distillery, and they added that to the bottle.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it stands out. I mean, when you see that, you know, like, oh, that's definitely Dalmore. It's a very specific. The shape of the bottle's different. Like everything about this bottle is just a little different. Just kind of cool.
So this bottle is aged 12 years in used
American oak
barrels.
Yeah.
And then after 12 years, they split it up into thirds and put it in 3 different sherry casks.
Yeah, they're going for very different, a couple different flavors of sherry. That was a heavy pour.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
And they sit in those sherry casks for another 3 years.
Yeah.
And then bring it back together
for the 15.
for the 15.
So
It's got a good nose.
I remember the 12 was really nice. They are known, I do remember looking that up for the 12. They are known for adding the coloring to it. So there is some coloring added to it. It's what E150A is the caramel coloring that they add to some of the scotches.
I wonder how much. I mean, if it's sitting in the bourbon barrels for 12 years and then it goes in sherry casks for 3 more.
That's going to pick up some color.
Pull out a lot of that color.
But they are known for adding some coloring. So you can't totally buy it on the color, but the color doesn't. Drinking so many scotches that aren't colored and they're like pale yellow,
The color.
it doesn't bother me anymore. Like I don't care about the color.
Color of a domestic beer.
Sometimes, sometimes. No, the nose is very nice. There's a lot of fruits, stoned fruits, the cherries and the plums and that kind of thing. Very nice.
Very smooth.
Ooh, that's very nice. A lot of sweet, little cigar-y? Is that a little, like a touch of a cigar? Which they're also known for that. They have a cigar malt that apparently is supposed to be very, very good.
I got some citrus.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some citrus. But I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe it could be oak, like barrel, but I feel like cigar might be it's really light and just kind of back there.
Letting it sit, I get more like the candy you get at Christmas, those chocolate oranges, like where they peel the slice out.
Okay.
Picking up the chocolate and picking up the oranges, it's very similar to that candy.
I could see that. Yeah. There is definitely a citrus taste there. And there is a creamy chocolate. Yeah, I could definitely pick that up.
A little bit of grapes from that sherry. It's for me, it's hanging out in the aftertaste.
That I get like I've said this before, like a Smarties candy.
Yeah.
Back there, like that kind of like powdered candy that gets stuck in your teeth. This is a Highland Scotch, so more in the middle of the island towards the north. This particular distillery is on the east coast, so not on the Atlantic side, more on the other side. So like the opposite side of Oban. They have so many different bottles.
We were talking about that before we got quite a few.
A couple different lines. So there's this is part of the principal collection. So the 12, the 15, the cigar malt, the 18, it goes all the way, 8. There's 8 different whiskeys there, all the way up to a 25-year-old. And then they have a couple specialty lines that are like distillery only or travel only, which I thought was like, so you can only get it at duty free.
I'm gonna start when I start traveling again.
I was gonna say, I now need to really pay attention to those duty free shops when we do some international travel. My last international trip was Italy, so I bought a lot of limoncello instead of whiskey.
I reaped the rewards of that trip.
Yes. Yeah.
Still have a little bit left.
Really?
Just
Wow.
a little bit. Oh, this is good.
It's not an overpowering whiskey. It's not really strong, but there's a lot of flavors. There's a lot of different layers to it. 80 proof, so it's not going to blow you out on
I think
that
it drinks
one.
a little hotter than 80.
There is a warmth to it. Yeah, I agree. There is definitely a warmth there. I'm not sure where that's picking that one up. Single malt, obviously. Dalmore is not a cheap line. I mean, even I think the 12 year is probably, I think it's 60 or 70 bucks for the 12 year. The 15 is 100 to 130. Like, I know that's cigar malt. Most of the time you're seeing that for like 150 to 160.
I feel like the 12 and the 15, at least some of the, like the one store around here always has it.
They're very available. That I definitely agree with. And I see that cigar malt. I see it a lot. I just still haven't pulled the trigger.
Well, one of us is going to have
At
to.
some point. At some point it'll happen, but I just haven't pulled that trigger yet. Overall, I think that's a really good. I like the citrus, that orangey note
Orange,
that comes
that
through.
chocolate, the kind of the creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely some kind of a candy with that orange in there. Absolutely correct.
The Dalmore 12's down. The
This
Dalmore
one's the
15. I know, we've
Oh.
already done the 12.
Oh, all right,
We've done
cool.
the 15.
Yep.
Now we just one of us got to pull the trigger on the cigar.
Get that cigar malt.
Or
Yeah.
start traveling and see what we can find in the duty free.
Yes, that's what we need to do. Some trip at some point. So you can only get 2 750s per person, I think is what it is. So,
Never purchased anything at duty free, so
I have.
so we got to bring the wives with us.
we got to bring the wives with us so that we can get more bottles. Coming back from Italy, I tried to pass off my daughter. Like, she could buy 2, right? They're like, not in the U.S. She can. I'm like, all right, fine.
All right, well, we'll have to start book some trips now.
Yes.
I appreciate the heavy pour on this one.
Yeah, it's a
I
very
enjoyed
nice
it.
pour. I don't think I've touched it all that much. Now I gotta go sample some more.
Oh. Well, we appreciate you joining this episode, going through the Dalmore 15. If you enjoyed it, we encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, you could subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, get notified every time we put out a new episode. Let us know, have you had any of the Dalmores, or have you had that cigar malt? If you have, let us know, is it really worth pulling the trigger on? I heard it is, but I'd really like to hear from you.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Cheers.